Nice. Sam, do you want to host, or should I host, or as you want?
Sorry, I was distracted with a Slack thread. Feel free. I'm going to wrap something up here a second.
Cool, but I don't have much. So first off, does anyone have a topic to discuss? Else, I do have something to show. Else, if there's nothing. But first of all, I wanted to ask actually, was anyone impacted about the deadlock bug that we had recently in 1.7, following the rework of our Loki source file? So it was patched on 1.7.4, but was curious if someone was impacted here. Because it was actually following a rework of this component, and now we would like to bring it back in 1.8, but this time without the deadlocks. So if some people are using the component and would be willing to try an experimental version to test that scale, that would be super helpful. But yeah, if you want, you can contact me directly on the community Slack, and I'll share a Docker image for you. Else, I can show a new upcoming feature, which which is planned for the next release. Let me set up my screen. Cool. So I don't know if some of you are familiar with our Alloy UI, but we have a new version of the graph coming. So if I click on the graph here, this is the new graph. And the thing is that you can see the data passing through. So here, for example, I have my hotel receiver, and I can see that there are around 38 traces per second passing from there to the attribute processor, and 80 like metrics per second passing. And I can follow it around. So for example, here you can see after the batch, it's a bit different because some of them are waiting in the batch and like being sent afterward. It does not support yet all components. It will support the scrape component, and it will also support modules. So for example, here, it's like I have a module. I can click on it and click on the graph, and now I see what's happening inside of my module. Right here, because the relabel, so it works only for components that have support for live debugging. And one thing you can do is that, if I go back to the graph here, one thing you can do is that you can change the window. So here the data is refreshed every 5 seconds, but I can put it to like 20 if I want. And then it will be refreshed every 20 seconds. I think that's it actually. So I hope you like this new graph. In the following release, we're planning probably to add live debugging to more components, trying to have like a full coverage so you can really follow the data all over through all components. And probably at some point add support for pipelines that are imported via fleet management. I think that's all I have for this feature. Any questions? All right, then I'll stop sharing. Cool. Anything else we want to talk about? Any question from the community or any topic from the Alloy team to share? Any questions maybe? Maybe I have a question. Did anyone ever try the hotel, like the converter that we have in Alloy that converts an hotel config into an Alloy config? I think it's a bit hidden in the documentation, but we have this. So basically, for users that are using um, an Alloy, an hotel collector, they can actually just take their config and like replace their hotel collector by Alloy and apply the conversion and run it. And normally this should be like a smooth drop-in replacement. There are right now some limitations, but we're working on it this quarter to make it as smooth as possible. But I think we need to find a way also to advertise it a little bit. So probably in the Alloy doc or in Grafana to make it more visible.
You can also run a Prometheus configuration and a Prompto configuration and an agent static mode configuration, which I hope very few people are doing at this point. But I also don't know of many real case use cases, like out in the wild, any use cases where people are using these things.
All right. Then if there are no more topics, no more questions, maybe we can just end early.
For the, is anyone here still using Agent? And for people who watch this on YouTube, the reminder might be that Agent goes away in November. PSA.
Good reminder, Matt. We should definitely include that in each of these because anyone who's looking to migrate from Agent to Alloy might need support, and it'll be easier to find that if we provide it for you ahead of that November deadline, because I figure there will be quite a few folks pushing it last minute. So.
Yeah, if you have any questions or concerns about this, please reach out in the community Slack, and we'd be happy to help. All right, then. Let's stop here. I'll stop the recording.